Hey guys, welcome to the Healthiest Blog. Thank you very much for being here. We're very happy to have you with us. So what we want to do today with you is that we want to cook a healthy meal. Everyone knows, and you better than anyone else, that we don't have time to cook anymore. When we get back from work, when we get back from school, the only thing that we want is to eat. We are hungry. A lot of people tend to become pretty nervous and angry when they're starving, so they want to eat very fast. But that's not always the best choice because we tend to eat stuff that is not really good for our body. But what we're trying to prove you today at the Healthiest Blog is that there is an easy and fast way to cook a healthy meal. Very healthy ingredients, very healthy products. In 15 to 20 minutes, you can cook a very fast and yummy healthy meal. We will be using all the ingredients that we discussed throughout the food section of the Healthiest Blog, so you can check them out as well. So, if you're ready to become a chef, let's go. Alright guys, so this is what we'll be playing with today. We have some onions, some asparagus, some carrots, some portobello mushrooms. As we move forward, we'll be also using some spices. So here we have some garlic, we have some oregano, some pepper, some salt, and also some honey that we'll be adding to our food. Before we move forward, always remember to wash everything under fresh water to get rid of impurities and all the dirt. So let's start with our asparagus. You need to look at three things when you prepare asparagus. The first one is when you have some white colors in the bottom, it means that it's fresh. It's been freshly cutted, so you know that it's going to taste great. Then you also need to make sure that there are no dead ones in the middle. If some of them have a weird color and you believe that they should not be here, just put them away. And the third thing should be the smell of it. When you smell it, it should smell like grass or like plant, and that means that it's fresh. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna line them up here, and we're gonna start by cutting the bottom that feels a bit woody. So we're gonna cut somewhere here. Okay. All of this part, either you can keep it and use it in asparagus soup, or you can just get rid of it. You can decide to peel them a little bit if you want at the bottom. Some people will say that they don't need to be peeled because this type of asparagus is ready to go, but the bottom part can feel a bit woody, like we mentioned. So do this with as many as you want. You don't have to do it, but... Alright, so once these are peeled, they're ready to go. We're gonna prepare them to boil them in hot water. But before we do so, we're also going to prepare the carrots. So the carrot is already washed. Now what we're going to do is that we're going to cut both edges that are a bit discolored. We're going to cut it in half in the middle so that it's easier to manipulate. And some people do, some people don't. We're going to peel these as well. Using our peeler, we're going to peel the carrot. At this point you have your two carrots and you can decide to cut them however you want. What we like to do is to cut them in length so that we can have long, what we call sleeves. Cut them like this. Cut them in the middle. Once you have these, either you can keep it this length or you can make them slightly shorter by cutting them in half. So that's what we're gonna do here. Alright. Now onions can be cut so many different ways. The easiest way that we want to do today is to just cut them in half so that we can have little circles, half circles like this. I'm gonna have this here. I'm gonna take this one and that's three. So that would be your onion rings. Alright, so now we have all of our products ready to go. We just prepared our asparagus, we cut our carrots, our onions, and we have our beautiful portobello mushrooms that are washed and ready to go. So what you're gonna do now is that you're gonna boil some water for the asparagus and prepare a big pan so that we can put these three things right here together. Alrighty, so once your water is boiling, we're gonna start by adding just a little bit of salt, not too much. Alright, we don't want it to be too salty because we know that salt is not really good for our body. And the first thing we're gonna do is that we're gonna add our asparagus, just like that. I'm gonna give it a little stir. And we're gonna let it boil. It's that easy. And here you're gonna have to let it sit for approximately 10 to 15 minutes so that it becomes very soft. And then you're just gonna have to pick it inside with a knife or a stick to make sure that it's very smooth and very soft. And at that point, it will be ready. When your pan is warm enough, we will add a little bit of olive oil. Not too much, just a little bit. Move it around so that it can become a bit oily, so that it doesn't stick to the pan. And then the first thing we're gonna do is that we're gonna add our portobello mushrooms. Once you added your portobello mushrooms, you're gonna add your carrots. I'm gonna give it another stir. If you feel like it's a bit dry, don't worry, because mushrooms are full of water, so they're gonna make all of this very, very moist. And finally, you add your onions. Just give it a little stir once in a while. Keep an eye on it. We're gonna add a little bit more of olive oil, just a fillet on the top, that's it. We're going to add a little bit of salt. That's it. We're gonna add a little bit of pepper. We also add a little bit of garlic. And finally, we're gonna add a bit of oregano. And we're gonna stir. To cut the bitterness of the food, we're gonna add this little fillet of honey on the top of our food. That's it, not too much. And you can hear it grow. At this point, we're gonna let it sit a little bit so it becomes moist with the steam. And we're gonna take a look at our asparagus. So time to take a look at our asparagus. We're gonna take one of them out, just like that. And we're just gonna see how well the knife goes through the asparagus. And if it goes through very easily, it means that it's ready. So our asparagus are ready now. Now we're almost ready. We're gonna come and pick up our asparagus and just set it on our plate the way you want. They look very beautiful. That's one of the foods that actually looks very beautiful and it's very easy to set on a plate. So if you're trying to impress your partner, or let's say even your parents, you can very easily do so with asparagus. And now we're just going to add our little mixture of mushroom, onion and carrots, a bit caramelized, with the honey that cuts the bitterness of the food. And now is the time to add whatever you want to add. So we decided to add a bit of oregano on the top of it, just like that. a bit of oregano right here. Alright guys, this is it for our first video. We hope that you guys enjoyed cooking with us today. Believe it or not, it took actually less than 20 minutes to prepare everything. A very healthy and quickly prepared meal, that's what it is about. We're gonna have way more recipes coming soon on the Healthiest blog, so please leave a like if you enjoyed watching this video. Follow us on the social networks. Share this video with your friends to show them how you like to cook healthy. And don't forget to subscribe to the Healthiest blog so that you can receive all the articles and news about health and nutrition. We can't wait to see you next time for our next meal. Bye guys.